see properly. Transportation there is under Mercury. So we have a lot of keywords there associated with that Mercury. So it's in the house of death, which is the 8th house. So I think she was strangled or suffocated, but most likely strangled. Now I won't get into all of that. I want to get to the map. I'm going to give you this map so you can just look at it yourself. So all I'm going to do is show you how to use it. Now, okay, so this is Barry's house. Well, it's Suzanne's house. She paid for the bulk of it, and bloody Barry's selling it. It's stupid. Okay. Now, please go back on any of my work. You'll see that I do the same thing repetitively, and the maps work. So, I've put a few lines here. Now, they all go in the same direction, basically, to 2 areas. I'll zoom out. So this area up here, and then this area over here. These area here is the Suzanne area, and then up here is the Mercury area, that is this here. Okay, so I'll get back there. So around there, that's that. So the first place that it's obviously interesting is the house on the beach, and I gave the address to that one before. I'll pop it up again. That's in that area. Then another line is above that, around Blakesley Pottery. But you can zoom in on this and see exactly where it is, and see it goes through this little lake here as well. So that's the area that everybody wants you and people to go to, and I think it's important as well. But my thinking is, if we zoom out here, what you'll see is it's interesting that the lines go to Denver. Okay, so they point to Denver. Now, my thinking is if he's not put her near the house or at this place in Salida, he's taken her and put her somewhere on the way along the 285. Now, this is not a coincidence. The 285 is the way that you would drive, and look at the degrees of Mercury. The 28, 28, 5, 28, 1 second and 5, 285, and then Mars, Barry, is 28.3. Wonder if there's a 283. Anyway, I just like seeing little things like that. The 28s and 28. So, oh, there we go. 28.3, 300. I don't know what that means. This area here interested me. So he'd be driving along the 285, and then this is because this is what I imagine they do. They've got them in the boot of the car, so I feel like she's in the boot of the car or the truck, or in an ice cooler, and he toddles off to the 285 and tries to find somewhere to put her. So I try and think like a psychopath. It's very hard to, but from what I witness as well is that they just drive along. So here we go, and then they see a spot that looks good. Quite often it's a bushy area like this. This area caught my eye, Trout Creek. If you're driving up the 285, you can pull off on that 309. If there's a track. We need a track, obviously, that goes in there. I'm not sure what this is, but it's interesting that it's right there. So this is between two areas in the chart that is what I call a wedge, and when it forms a wedge, it often shows us that the person's travelled between it. So the fact that the 285 turns and goes in through here, I'm just very interested in this Kaufman Ridge area around here. So I mean, I don't know if it's possible, but I would literally just be driving along the 285 trying to put myself in Barry's head, thinking where's the next turn off that I can go to and hide her, because we all know that they, unless they put them in water or put them in under the concrete or whatever, and it doesn't appear to be that's the case, they often just drive a few miles and then turn off the next little road and then dump them out 20 feet into the bush or into the trees or out in the open even, because they're lazy and horrible, nasty psychopaths. So there's a couple of other spots along the 285. You can get off at the Antero Junction, and then I saw the Ranch of the Rockies, and I don't know why, but that interested me. There's some areas you can come off here with some trees. Then if you go down Highway 24, there's this Antero Reservoir. You know, I don't know if these are possible, and you being in America, you might go, look, that's impossible, and you can eliminate some things, which is great. So basically what you need to do is go along here at your discretion and see what you think is good along these lines. Here's another area between the wedge again. We've got the Arkansas River here. Now I don't know how high this is. Okay, it's a valley between the mountains. Okay, I can see that. So I don't know the possibility of driving this area and then getting to a river from that point, but that area does interest me. And I've got another area that I found along the river, but again, that's, I'm going to leave it up to your discretion. It's points that go outwards. There, another one there along the 285, the river again. So yeah, there's points everywhere, and I know it's impossible to go everywhere. So there's one thing that I do, whoops, to get the mileage outwards, and that is I go to here and here and use 24 and 27. So oops, so we go 2.4, it's close by. And then 2 point, nearly had it. Okay, that goes to Maysville and here first. So I don't know what's of interest there. Fusus Creek. Okay, well, The creek does come down there. Alright, now quickly. Now I need to go out 24 miles. And 27. Okay, so 27, between 24 and 27 miles takes us into this Kaufman Ridge. Alright, that's really interesting to me, and it's not a coincidence that we were looking at that. I was looking at that before, and then now it falls in exactly the 24 mile to 27 mile range. So I would absolutely look at what this terrain is, what's between here. Yeah, 100%. That would be out of all of this areas. I'm just gonna I'll leave it like that just so you can see it really clearly. That would be one of the places that I would definitely be having a look at. But like I said, along the 285, I'm going to give you this. The first set of outward directions is here, like I said, in Maysville. It goes through. Okay, interestingly, I do believe that that goes past or through Barry's friend's house that he stayed at. Is somewhere in here. I'm not 100% where, but I saw it on It's a Crime, and she said that it was near the creekside chalets and cabins. So where he stayed at is like the third spot that I would look at. Okay, that's really interesting. I've formed specific areas even just while looking at this one. So we want to look, you've got to give it a bit of room as well. In this area where the orange line is here, and this cross lines, and where it says Barry's friend stayed, possibly find where he stayed, and then I don't know, there's bushland. Look, there's all this bushland over here. There's a cross point here, and AK, I know you know that the specifics are really important, and you know, if he can come off Miller Drive and I'll go down Miller Way or whatever it is and go to that spot there, I'd be looking there too. Okay, I'm going to leave it there because it's probably confusing. So basically all along those lines are important, but what it seems to be is that at the end of the lines or at these circles is where people are, or where there's evidence or clues. So in this instance, Barry's friend lives in this circle here, so that needs to be looked at. So I would do it this way. Get a different colour. Red, okay. This would be my first spot, the beach area. Barry's friend's house area would be the second spot. The third area would be there in that junction. And then I'm slightly interested in the Fusus Creek that runs through this area down here. That'd be the last area I'd look. 4th area. So I don't know how realistic your time frame is or whatever, but I just really hope this helps. I'm going to save it right now. So I'm saving it as Suzanne. For AK. Then I'm going to give you the edit link so you can actually change things. All my notes on Barry Morphew, there's so many. And then I'll put the other link up, which is the one that you can just look at it so you don't accidentally move things around, which can happen as well. Alright, I'm going to put this into a video form for you, and thanks for including me. Thanks for watching my videos and etc. And I just really hope that this might be able to help in some way. Okay, you take care, all of you, take care, and thanks for being open-minded. If you want to, please have a look at all my other videos. They're really good. You can skip to the maps if you like. Solved cases in particular prove that this works time and time again. So I wouldn't mess or dick anybody around just for fun, that's for sure. Alright, take care everyone. Really look after yourself and be careful. Okay, bye.